Good afternoon and welcome to the next in the series of the Successful Introvert Workshop. My name is Brian Johnson, the host, and it's great to be here. And just probably a bit about my background. I've come from a background of working for financial services in various companies, and for many years I really struggled to understand how to find the success I wanted as an introvert. Being a very quiet person and surrounded by extroverts, it was interesting to see the difference, what was going on in people's lives, how they were succeeding. And I spent a long time trying to be an extrovert and feeling drained and getting disappointed and not being able to maintain being who I'm not. And as I went through my 20s and 30s, it's realizing that I can find success in my own terms. And over the last few years, I've really been on a bit of a transformational journey, exploring different ways I can find the success I want. And I realized a few years ago, what I was starting to enjoy most was really helping younger people find the success of being who they are, the quiet introverts who are doing a really great job, but didn't feel equipped with the skills to succeed. I was finding myself really enjoying helping, mentoring, coming alongside those, making a difference. So I've retrained and refocused on what I'm doing, putting my energy and enthusiasm into helping transform people's lives through helping them appreciate what it is, the successful, quiet introvert, and what is possible. And so each week I have, for the last year, really been sharing some of my thoughts, my ideas, and growing, as I've discussed. I don't know about you, I often find it really helps to talk through, bounce ideas off people in a quiet, confident way. You just notice actually what you've learned and find solutions to problems you didn't realize you already knew. And that is really where a lot of these sessions come from. Finding ways to make some small differences. Now you'll get something from today. I'd love to get your feedback, whether you're watching live or on the recording. Please do let me know. I always appreciate your comments because that helps me learn and grow on the journey we're all on. So today we really focus on thinking about enjoying social events. I know as we head through November, we're already halfway through, and with the Christmas and New Year, there's lots of those social events coming up, particularly at work. And if you, like me, used to be thinking about, I'd often start off thinking about excuses why I shouldn't go, or do I really want to go, or it's going to be everyone there, and not allow negative emotions really to take over. The reality is that's something we can control. Dreaded that 200 people, noise, everyone shouting at each other and not really really being in the mood to enjoy the evening. But actually, as you get older and you reflect on what's happened previously, you just notice those nuggets, you notice those movements. When actually your immediate reaction would be, I didn't enjoy that. And actually, there are those times, there were those parts that I actually appreciated, those quiet conversations, for me, the wild, crazy dancing dance floor. I mean, I can't dance. I have no sense of rhythm or timing, and I spent my life training to dance like a dad. Set me up well for having three kids. So I'm great at embarrassing my children, but realizing that actually I can express myself in a way I don't have to feel embarrassed about what I do, because that's who I am. I've never been embarrassed by who I am. So it's really an important thing. And I look back to social events, sometimes you sit there and I'm going to this event, and there'll be lots of people there. Then you ever get that initial, I have to go. That sense of, it's there, and negative feeling. But actually, things change during events. You have to find that space, find a place that you can enjoy, which part you enjoy. And then at the end of the evening, we have a choice. At the end of the event, we always have a choice. Do we focus on the bits we enjoyed, or do we focus on the bits we enjoyed? And when we think about an event, it comes to mind. Are we really focused on, it's terrible? Actually, I enjoyed bits of that. Because this ultimately comes down to defining the reason within work social events. There are so many different reasons within them. And when you're thinking through, actually, what should I do? What am I thinking? What do I need to do? We often get stuck in that mindset that everyone is completely different from us and they're really, really excited about loud, gregarious events going on with people showing off. Yeah, you only have to pause and just reflect on everyone else around and realise that probably half the people there are not like that. Half of them are like you and think, realising that actually there is a positive. We can do this differently. We can do this in a more quiet, restrained way, and we can have fun in our own terms. But think about why you might want to go to social events. Often for me, it's about opportunities to catch up with people I don't get to talk with as often as I like, people who I've had really interesting conversations with before, and just to have fun with, enjoy spending time with and chatting to. Sometimes it's those informal conversations. In the work environment, it can often be just get seen by the bosses, and that's quite important, to be seen to be part of the team. It's just the way it gets defined. And actually, knowing what can be relaxing and fun is something there too. Just focusing on positive. Okay, we're going somewhere for there'll be some nice food. Have to sit somewhere quiet and just relax and take in what's going on around me. Realizing you don't need to join in with everything going on. You can find that quiet space to sit and watch and have quiet conversations with whoever decides to come and sit next to you. That's a great way to really start enjoying. When we start thinking about, actually, go there, these are the things I can do. There will be bits which I've often found, go to large work social events, you can be hundreds of you in a small space, and you're arriving and all crammed in, and it's, that can get the sense of overwhelm. But that changes, things change, people move or do something different. Again, it's figuring out what feelings that brings to mind. Okay, why am I feeling tense when I go there? What is going on? And as we move on from defining really what we want, I really know you've got what you want. But for me, having that clarity over what we want is important. They can define when we get there, how long we stay, what we do whilst we're there. Knowing that actually these are the things I'm going to do, these things I'm going to enjoy. You don't have to join in with everything you need to set. Be confident setting your own boundaries on what success feels like. Just thinking about how will I know at the end of the event I've had a successful, what will I have done, what will I have said, how I'd be feeling if I just bring that image off. It's been a great evening. Remember the times you've had a really great evening. Just thinking about actually what you've done, what difference does it make to us? Sometimes it's letting us sting all different situations out. Oh no. Finding that way forward is very important. Actually, just bringing that image to life. That how will you feel? How will you know? Knowing what difference it will make is really important to helping you achieve change. Having an idea of what your goals are, what you can do, what you're going to feel like, what's going to be different when you get there. What are really your options? For me, it always starts with the mindset, okay, all right, I don't have to talk to 200 people at that social event. Okay, you start from the precept, there are 200 people there. I don't need to talk to them all. Actually, who do I need to talk to? Who do I want to talk to? Who do I want to spend time with? And you get down to a small group of people, actually, they're the ones I'm going to enjoy spending my time with. And it goes from being that massive event, which feels overwhelming and noise barrier, to actually a small group in a large venue with lots of people you can simply ignore. And that's really just the option. So is it possible just to engage with a small number of people? Who are the key people? What is the desirable outcome? What will make you happy? Think about the event and okay, put a smile on my face when I think about attending that event. Like the venue, the menu. I'm wearing my dancing shoes and I'm going to say make a fool of myself, but for me, it's am I just to not care what other people think? Do I need to? Why do I need to be bothered about what other people think? I'm an awful, really bad dancer, but actually, why does that matter? Sometimes it's thinking, why does it matter what other people think? I've really often only a handful of people that it matters what they think. Often we get stuck, they must have this certain image of us. In reality, when we think about people, they want to see us let our hair down, let us relax and enjoy ourselves. They might think in a weird and strange way, but if we're there with a smile, doing ourselves, and they can say, yeah, Brian's letting his hair down. And that's really great because they see you as someone different from the person where they see your full personality. It doesn't matter whether they think you silly or foolish, that those thoughts about what they did will soon disappear. And just remember that you were there and you're enjoying yourself or enjoying themselves. It's just the way of fun. But how do you give yourself permission to enjoy yourself? You give yourself permission. When you go, I'll go and I'll have a miserable face and I will let everyone know I'm really enjoying there, and they'll go, sod. Like, why did you bother coming? I can go, come and go, and that's done. That's the way it works. Just jot down your thoughts and feelings around attending the event. Jot down. If you find yourself jotting down negative thoughts, actually, how can I change that? What alternatives do I have? There's always alternatives, always things we can do differently. this is the important thing. Find how you can change. Find the difference. This is fundamentally, ask yourself, what will be different when I change my approach? Do you think about previous events where you've gone, not enjoyed it, everyone knows you haven't enjoyed it, impression has that created about you? What different impression could you create if you could find that, when you find that way to enjoy it? Actually, I'm going to do this, I'm going to find a way to enjoy this event, whether it's sitting quietly in the corner, watching what's going on away, having occasional conversations, whoever decides to drift over and have a chat. That can just be a great way of doing that. And if you want to enjoy it, your focus has got to start being on, what can I do to enjoy this event? Fundamentally, that's the question. What can I do to enjoy this event? What if I change? What am I changing about what I do? I mean, that's a big realization. It's my initial mindset I needed to change. Forward to this thing. Actually, what can I do to look forward to it? And that's really the power. We can choose how we respond to whatever adversity the situation is really where it comes on. Now, that's really the biggest learning to take. You control when you talk about an event, an activity, a social event you're looking forward to or not looking forward to. And we can look forward to doing things differently. We can find, actually, okay, last time I did this and didn't really enjoy being there most of the time. So what can I do differently? What is next on the agenda? What will we really take forward? I mean, it's a journey, one step at a time. What are we going to do different next time than we did last time? What will make it enjoyable? What will be fun? And as you start to think about what you've learned, now it's pausing and thinking, what have I learned? Just pushing past the instant feeling, actually beyond that initial word. I learn, what am I going to be doing different? What could I do different? How can I enjoy the event? It's going to work for me going forward. Fundamentally, when I do these sessions, it's just me knowing what I've learned about myself, my ability to talk for a long period of time, and I know where my social energy goes. I know talking for more than 20 minutes really starts to drain my energy. I drain, and it becomes a challenge to keep the energy going, keep the enthusiasm going, because it's just where my natural energy level is. That is what I've learned. I've learned the limitations and what I can do differently. So today, as we head towards the end, if you've got any questions, please do reach out. Please do ask any questions you've got. Always happy to listen and learn. And you are free to give me any comments you want. You can either contact me now, the chat, or send me an email at brian@brianpauljohnson.com. If you want to put some time in my diary, you can scan the QR code and you'll go straight to my diary. Always happy to have a chat and see how we can really structure something to start making a difference in your life, to help you find the success you want. Ultimately, being my journey, and the journey I'm continuing and loving the impact it has on others. So thank you for your time. Any questions, please do feel free to get in touch, and I look forward to seeing you next time.